Are you looking to establish a food forest in your backyard? We've got one going. I got a little harvest here that I want to show you guys, and we're going to go take a look at the things that we've done in the food forest for the past couple of days, I guess, because I did a video on Monday, so it's been about a week. First of all, hi to all the new gardeners out there. My name's Lane Fornerat, aka Lane Vids. This is Beckett, aka Beckett Vids. Say hey. Hi. And if you guys are interested in establishing your own food forest or just a garden in general, to be able to have some healthy food that you know where it came from, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button, because that's what we're all about over here. So like I said in the beginning, we did a little harvest yesterday. I got a whole bunch of things in here, and I figured that I'd show you guys everything that we picked. So as y'all know, the pepper plants have just been going nuts. So a lot of the stuff in here is tons of peppers, these kind of yellowish peppers right here. We do have some nice dark ones here as well. And then, look, here's a nice one. Look at that one. I love the color of that one, so dark. That's a good one. And then we had a bunch of pea plants. We ate a bunch of them as well, because we ate it the other day with some hummus, which is super good. But we still have quite a few left over. And then also there's some midget tomatoes in here. So this is just kind of the beginnings. You know, we're just getting started on the forest this year. Hopefully, as time progresses, the harvest just gets more and more. Especially with all the cucumber plants that we're planting, the pea plants that are starting to produce, and all the pepper plants are being used, all the tomato plants we got, the nasturtium that we planted, asparagus, and all of the herbs that we planted too. So let's go out into the food forest and let's take a look at exactly what we have here. First of all, let's go and take a look at the composter. I love looking at the composter because to have a good garden or a good food forest, you have to have good soil. That's like the foundation of every food forest or garden, because that's where the roots are and that's where they get their nutrients from. And so this is the composter we have. It's the Yimby Tumbling Composter. I'll link it up down in the description below if you guys care to check it out. You can go read other people's reviews about it, not just take my word for it. But it's a dual chamber composter, so it's got a divider. If you don't want the divider, you just simply don't have to put it on. You can have one big giant composter here. But taking a look in there, it's looking a little wet. Today, we haven't added anything to it, so I'm not too sure what's going on, why it's getting so wet. I probably need to add some more browns to it. Last time I added the sawdust in there, if y'all remember last video, and I've tumbled it since then, so you can't really see as much of it. But hopefully we can get some more of that sawdust, because I'm curious to see how that affects the composition of the compost there. I've also been saying that I want to clean this thing out a little bit and kind of dump it over into the compost pile and kind of start a fresh one and see how I do again this year with the heat coming and everything, because that's what it takes. But like I said, if you guys want to check out that composter, it's the cheapest tumbling composter on Amazon that I think is worth something. They do make another one called a lifetime one where you get a little bit bigger opening and it holds a little bit more of the compost. I'll link that up down in the description below as well if you guys want to check out that. But like I said, good compost. And if you don't have a composter, you don't want a composter, and you have some room, do a compost pile. That's what we have going on here. We have room for both, so we do both. But the compost pile, basically you throw all your junk into the compost area and it all breaks down over time. I put leaves in there, I put sticks in there, I put old plants, food, paper plates, napkins, all that will get composted down. Anything paper, anything made from a tree. So you can just don't put like bones and meats and that and butter and things that came from an animal in there. Dryer lint, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's some dryer lint right there. But yeah, and I don't know if y'all remember a few vlogs back, we threw some seed out here that we thought was going bad, and all of a sudden we got all kind of growth going on in here. Still waiting for these squash plants to do something here, but we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you guys want to see what happens there. Let's come on over here real quick to the Grapevine. This is looking so nice. I'm so excited about this grapevine because it's the first year that we'll actually see some things, hopefully with it. But we got plenty of new shoots growing out here. They're connecting to the fence there. This one's searching for light right there, and that one's growing up there. So we got like 4 good shoots coming off of this thing right now, and I'm curious to see how it's going to grow throughout the year. We got one tree here. I never can remember. A Chickasaw Plum, maybe? Or is this the Mayhaw? This might be the Mayhaw. Beckett's got some. It's done a great job of leafing, but it hasn't really done anything in the way of fruit yet. But it's still a pretty young tree, and I don't think it gets as much sun as it does the other tree that we planted the exact same time as that one. So it could just be a matter of time for it to be able to accumulate some sun to be able to grow enough. But this is the other one here, Chickasaw Plum, and it's looking really nice. Again, very leafy and green. Again, still a young tree as well, but hopefully over time this will be a perennial that'll produce fruit for us, and that's what we really want, so that we can get some delicious food off of this, like I think we're gonna do with our orange tree right here. This orange tree, we've had this thing in the ground for like 7 years, I want to say, and it's rarely produced anything for us. I think there was 1 year where it did fairly well, but look, we're seeing all kinds of little buds all over this tree, and I'm just so excited to see what kind of harvest we're gonna get out of this thing. Are all these buds gonna stay, or are they gonna produce, or are they gonna fall off? That's the big question. That's a good size one right there. So that's looking really nice, and I'm super excited about that tree right there. Now we have our little garden box right here that Krista planted. It's got plenty of spinach in there, which we've been eating on as well. That's another thing that I can't really show y'all in the harvest, because whenever we want spinach, we just come out here and cut it. We don't like harvest it and save it or anything like that. We come out, like, I mean, almost every night we're coming out here and just getting stuff for a salad or to put on top of a taco or something like that. And then growing around it is all of the carrots, and the carrots are looking really nice. Krista pulled up a few of them already just to kind of see what they were looking like, and Beckett's been enjoying them actually. We let him kind of gnaw on him because he's teething right now. Then the blueberry bush, we picked a ton of blueberries the other day from them. We got to get them before the birds come and get them, but they're looking really nice. Look, it seems like there's even more already. We ate most of them. That's another thing that was in that harvest bucket, but we just go through it so fast because it's so delicious and so good and so healthy for you. And who doesn't like blueberries, right? By the way, if you guys want to check out any of the tools or any of the things that we use to create our food forest, I'll link all that up down in the description below. We have everything from like this fencing right here that we used on the back of the wooden fence to make a trellis, and the stapler we used to put it on, to the composter over there, the compost forks that we use to help move the compost, anything and everything that we've used, I've linked it up down in the description below, so you guys can go and check out all that. This is the other garden area right here. We have the peas growing up. This little trellis right here, it's just like I was saying, just a wire fence. We picked most of the peas off of this already, but we did that yesterday, but this is already growing up even more and looking great, so I'm super excited about that. It gets tons of sun right here, which is great. This is more carrots right here, more spinach right here, and then some new additions right here. I don't think I mentioned these in the last video, but we got these 3 tomato plants that Krista, my wife, planted right here, so we're gonna see if these things produce. Got that one there, that one. Maybe I did mention this to you guys, I can't remember. And then over here we've planted the Nasterium, which it makes an edible flower, which I'm super excited to show you guys about because we've only seen it at the place where we get these flowers. So I'll be curious to taste test that with you guys. Got some, I believe that's basil right there, and some more basil right there. We planted a rosemary bush out there. And then there's also another Nasterium right here. These are still babies, so they're gonna take a little while to grow. But looking good. Got the comfrey right there, doing an awesome job of attracting all of those pollinators into the yard, and so that everything gets nice and pollinated. And then we still have our lemon balm right here, which is flourishing in this little, what do you call it, heap of leaves. Basically, I just took a ton of leaves and covered up everything. Obviously, this grew through. We kind of need to clean that up a little bit, but good going right here. I like what we got going here. All right, let me go take you guys around to the back because we've got all those pepper plants and everything that are growing back there. And what you got to remember with gardening is that it takes that initial seed. You know what really blows my mind is sunflowers. I think we're going to be planting some soon. But sunflowers, one, they're great for trellises. If you plant that near a pea plant, it's called companion planting. The pea plant will grow up the sunflower, and it's a natural trellis, which looks super cool. But also, about sunflowers, you plant a little tiny sunflower seed, and especially the mammoth sunflowers, it grows like this big giant head, and the head is just filled with, I'd say, hundreds, maybe even 1,000 seeds, and each one of those seeds will most likely be another sunflower plant the next year. So it pays dividends in the long run, which I think that's cool about gardening. Still got that tomato plant that's been around since last year. Apparently the frost didn't get to it. I'm curious to know if anything's gonna grow from this thing. It just kind of came out of nowhere. We'll see what happens there. And then we also have some peppers still growing right here. We got little tiny ones, and look, there's a bigger one right there, so those are looking nice. There's our passion vine right here. I don't see any flowers that are open right now. It makes really pretty flowers. Oh look, right there. And it's supposed to make a really pretty fruit too that you can eat, but we haven't had any yet. And then all the way down along here, Krista's planted some other things. There's some pea plants, some more pea plants and snow peas growing all through here. Oh look, we got cucumbers. Check that out. That's the first leaves of the cucumbers right there. So that's gonna be exciting to watch that grow over the next few days, because that's gonna get nice and tall, and right after the peas are done harvesting, it'll be time for the cucumbers, and the cucumbers will just kind of take over that area. Got some nice peppers right there. Look at that, isn't that a beauty? I love it. Again, pea plants, pea plants, pea plants. Got cucumbers. Look, more cucumbers growing down there, and right there, and right there. Those first leaves are just starting out, so that's great. Plenty of peppers growing in here. Pepper and peas. Pepper and peas, that's what it's all about. We got the pepper and peas growing in here. See what I mean? Peppers. Peppers all over the place. And then we also have our big giant tomato bush right there, and then this other tomato plant that Krista planted right there. I'm trying to remember where she planted the asparagus. I thought it was back here. Yeah, look, right here. There it is. This right here is asparagus. Apparently it grows fairly well here in Louisiana, so I'm curious to see how this does for us. We've never planted asparagus before, so that'll be kind of an interesting test this year to see what exactly happens with that. Again, the tomato bush, we kind of cleaned it up yesterday, but we already have some new stuff coming through for the next couple of days, so we'll have plenty of food growing on this thing right here, which is super great. And I've never seen a tomato plant, besides that other one over there, like come back in such full force than we have with this thing right here. Super cool. I really, really like that. Oh, I gotta show y'all the apple tree. I'm so excited. This thing, it's alive. Look, we've got leaves on there. I never expected this to happen. I thought that this thing was just about dead. But what else is cool about this apple tree, other than these new leaves that we're seeing here, is that I think this right here is a new branch coming off. I wasn't expecting to see new growth, but I'm pretty sure this one, that one, and this one are all new. So that's super exciting to see, and hopefully the apple tree will grow even more and more over this coming summer, because we've just hadn't had much luck with the apple trees. Blueberry bush, looking good, just like that other blueberry bush that we have over there. Those are still young, so they're not as full as this one over here that I showed y'all earlier, but still looking great all around. Back to this area right here. So we went all around the food forest. If you guys are liking what we're doing here and you're interested in establishing your own forest, make sure to click that subscribe button. Do it for this little guy right here, huh? Say, hey. Hey everybody, grow your own food, it's delicious! Yay! You're so cute. If you guys want to see more of this guy, we do a family vlog at the Travel Vlog family. Y'all can go and check that out. Otherwise, thank y'all for watching. Like I said, everything down in the description below is linked up if you guys want to check out some of the other stuff. I'll put some more videos right here on the screen if you guys want to watch more of our gardening videos. Thank y'all for watching. That thumbs up is always appreciated, and keep growing and composting all of your stuff so you can eat healthy vegetables. Okay, bye.